There is always a beginning and there is always a end to every situation. You see, we have become more enlightened on this very journey to make our nation a workable room that will be situated by everybody, anybody, and whoever that wants to see the very victory. One of the biggest reasons I must say here is that a lot has happened, and because of a lot has happened, we must not in any way get into the facts of who we are. Things must happen accurately. Things must happen the way it should happen. And because we are a people that mesmerize the very effect, we must put ourselves in that very scenario where everybody must see the spiritualness of what we possess. And that's where the beginning begins. We must communicate with every sense of what we pursue, of our daily pursuit, in the light and in the voice of what has been made. One of the biggest reasons is that no matter what the case may be, things must continue to happen the way it should happen. So, with the light of the way things are going, we must again say that there is no room for whatsoever the case may be. And that's where the real story begins. So, if we portray ourselves in that very way that we should, someone must see that Biafrans should not be taken for granted. And there's a reason why. There is every reason why Biafrans must not be taken for granted. So just like I said, there is every beginning and there is every end. We must communicate to the real owners and to the real reason why we are surviving and why we are doing everything possible to make the world know that Biafra is still surviving. So, if we do not do the needful now that there is time, then the hope will be removed from us. Possible procedure that we share, and that's one of the most important things that I have come to notice. You see, I enjoy the fact that Biafra is gradually coming to pass. The way we prayed for it, the way we wished for it, and the way we have been hoping to get along. One of the most important things that I must share is that we must never allow things to come between us. Biafra must exist to the full order. And that's where the real story lies. Biafra must exist to the full order. So as we are trying to communicate to the possible income and to the things that matters more, we must at the same time to continue in the path of righteousness, which has really proven that Biafrans have not made any mistake by rejecting any kind of intimidation. We must once again head out, put ourselves in that struggle, and continue in that very area where we must continue to advise ourselves that the room we are seeing today is not a room of failure, but a room of justice. That's where the whole story must lie. So, as we put ourselves together, we must continue and continually make a very big heritage to the common side. So we must never misunderstand the fact that there is a bigger picture that awaits each and every one of us. That is Biafra at large. So as we continue to communicate, to put ourselves in that circle where everyone must see that we never committed the atrocities, we must again, without dispute, help to gather ourselves in that possible fact. And that's to tell the world that Biafra must stand again. So M16 and M26 delivered successfully, but let's be guided, because the big energy must never be allowed to be thrown aboard. And this is what it seems like. So, however way we try to portray it, let's don't stop to be more victorious. We must continue that path. And that is where all the whole stuff must begin.